Are you trying to build the best team in Madden? Well, go today and avoid the packs and save some racks. Head on over, use code CC for 15% off. Hey, what is going on, Madden family? We are going to be talking playoff promo today. Sounds like it's coming out on Saturday. Hey, who knew? Actually going to drop it on time this year. If you remember last year, it actually came a week late after the playoffs started. So, cool. Good is what it is, right? So let's talk about it, right? Generally the playoff promo is pretty basic. You can expect every team in the playoffs getting upgrades. You can expect sets for those teams. You can expect masters, and then normally our legends sort of switch to like playoff legends, which are just highlighting good performances, right? Pretty much it. So what we want to talk about, the Masters could be anyone. Could be anyone who's played in the playoffs, who's had a good game, a good string of games. Like last year we had like a Larry Fitzgerald, a Cam Chancellor, a Teddy Bruschi, a Greg Olsen, a Terrell Suggs. So who knows how they're going to line that up. But what I want to talk more about is the teams and who is probably going to get obviously upgrades, right? But we're more worried about like the high card, like that's the big set piece for each team. And there could be some good ones. Someone like Josh Allen from the Bills could be pretty good, you know? It could be a pretty good player. Wouldn't hate that. If I were picking, I would pick Tremaine Edmonds. Or yeah, is that his name? Tremaine Edmonds? Yeah, this guy would be a monster. He would be a monster for sure. But you get one of those feelings. They've already got the John Brown in here. That's who I want is Edmonds. It feels like a Tre'Davious White kind of time, right? He's got a limited actually out there. So I would sort of go with it's probably him. Probably him. Other teams, the Broncos didn't make it, Browns didn't make it, Bucks didn't make it, Cardinals, Chargers no, but the Chiefs, they did make it. And there's two guys I would have in mind here: Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill. It all depends. Tyreek Hill's always kind of like an interesting player for them to do because he's someone everyone wants, but I feel like they could sort of use him and drop him at certain times in the game to really make a splash. So I would kind of prefer it to be Kelce, personally. Myself, right? Put me in the game. It's not going to be a Mahomes. We all know that. But T-Kels right here could be a pretty good card. In fact, just in case, I'm gonna snag myself real quick. Real quick, okay? So that's who I sort of feel like it should be right there. Again, these are guesses, okay? Not saying these are right. Could be wrong. Who knows? Colts, Cowboys, Dolphins, Eagles. I think the card everyone would want for the Eagles is Wentz. Right? I mean, everyone would want to Wentz. Otherwise, you're looking at Fletcher Cox. Probably. He would make sense for a nice big upgrade, a big card. Lane Johnson's been upgraded recently. Jason Peters has been upgraded. The running backs aren't really for high enough. The corners, it's Cox or Wentz, right? This makes sense. That's pretty easy to assume it would be one of those. If it's not one of those, hey, you know, maybe they're maybe they're going to surprise us. And I don't mind when we get surprised. For the 49ers, Armstead's been upgraded. Bose has been upgraded. Even Braid has been upgraded. Buckner, pretty sure I'm not sure if this card counts. Jimmy just got a card. Been a while for Kittle. So I personally, I feel like it's going to be Kittle. That's if I were designing the promo, I'd be like, hey guys, we're putting Kittle in here, okay? And I would make one of their undercards Tevin Coleman, who's nice and fast as well. Very desirable card. Like, it's not going to be Sherman. Staley will probably be in there somewhere. But Kittle, right. We all would like Kittle. The Packers. Ooh, Packers. Again, could easily be Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Jones is probably due for Team of the Year. Maybe he's not, but he led the league in touchdowns. So Aaron Jones, if he doesn't get a card here, he'll probably get a card in Team of the Year. Rodgers, they can drop like a Super Bowl Rodgers. I feel like they'll save him. So you got to imagine Devontae Adams or Aaron Jones. Just makes sense. Unless they do a lineman for the Packers. The Pats, ugly team to do. It's not Brady, at least. We know that it's not going to be Brady. Gilmore is, again, either Team of the Year or in this set. It just makes a lot of sense. They don't really have the players or the names and all that. Maybe, so if it's not Gilmore, look Jamie Collins, right? You look Jamie Collins immediately. And that's really the only other person I could think it would be. Someone like JC Jackson had a pretty good year, right? But I don't know how willing they are to go up to that. Feels like a pretty big upgrade. Raiders. No, I feel like we're missing teams. Right? I really feel like we're missing teams here. The Panthers are out. The Raiders are out. The Rams are out. All the teams are just down here. They're literally like all the teams at the bottom here. The Ravens, not going to be Lamar. We know it's not going to be Lamar, right? Because he's either due for a Team of the Year or he's due for an honors card. Just, it's going to happen. It doesn't make a lot of sense to give him another upgrade within here. They could. I just wouldn't want to see it. We all wouldn't mind seeing a Hollywood upgrade. So if there's no Tyreek, expect a Hollywood somewhere in the promo. Mark Ingram could get the card, and that's not the most fun card in the world, but they could go defense. They've got a lot of these defensive players. They're just not a lot of these names that like really pop out to me. So maybe we just get an Earl Thomas. He's a name. He makes sense. Bam. Or they could go odd and go with Justin Tucker. Don't give the Ravens a lineman. Whoever the Ravens gets, probably not going to be someone I want. We'll just say that. Saints. Should it be Drew Brees? I feel like he got snubbed on NFL 100, right? He got pretty snubbed. His only card's 91. Could it be Michael Thomas? One of those two. Armstead just got taken care of. Kamara hasn't done enough. And that's kind of surprising. I thought Kamara was going to be a monster this year. And he didn't really play like that. Lattimore got the Thanksgiving card. I'll go Drew Brees, Michael Thomas. One of those two. Fully deserving. Fully deserving cards. And that pains me to say. The Seahawks, I would lean one of two ways. There's only so many quarterbacks they would ever put in these promos. But Russell Wilson or Bobby Wagner. Right? Now, the wild card for the Seahawks is Clowney. Because he plays for the Seahawks. You probably forgot, but he definitely plays for the Seahawks. And it looks like some people are probably thinking it might be Clowney. Which would be okay, but we just give Russ a card, man. Russ is great. I love Russell Wilson. I think he's a phenomenal player, man. Show him some love. Steelers didn't make it. The Texans did make it. Now, again, this goes back to the quarterbacks. We can only put so many quarterbacks in each promo. Shaun Watson got a team of the week. Limited. So he's not power. He doesn't have a power up. It seems like a good time to drop that Watson, though. So again, A lot of these cards I would like to see are quarterbacks. So if we don't see Wilson, we don't see Wentz because of Fletcher Cox, right? Shaun Watson, pretty much deserving of a card. I know a lot of people will say Hopkins. Hopkins is due. It's been a long time, and maybe they both get cards. Maybe they both get cards. Hopkins would be the 95. Watson may be like the 93. But I want to see Watson get a power up, and I don't know if he's going to get a power up if he gets an undercard. That would be my worry there, honestly. I really hope that Shaun Watson is, I don't know. I think highly of him. The Titans. Again, I think Titans make for a bit of an issue with EA. Derrick Henry was clear set for Team of the Year, led the league in rushing, was a monster this year. But they could now give him the playoff card, which would make a lot of sense. He's kind of the guy that you think of on the Titans right now, and that would mean that he gets a power up. They don't have a lot of other really, really big name players that you would really want. Expect AJ Brown to get a nice upgrade, deservedly so. He had a really, maybe rookie of the year, maybe. Delaney Walker is going to get an upgrade because he's Delaney Walker. I would be leaning here towards Derrick Henry. Really good. It would be a really good card. Where's his team of the week? Here it is. So if you get +4, you're talking 92 speed, 91 excel, basically 99 carrying, the good trucking, good break tackle, and he's just a big guy in the game. I feel like he always falls forward, man. I feel like he really just always falls forward. So that could be where your eyes are going, for sure. And the thing on the Vikings, we could obviously everyone loves Anthony Barr. I don't really know what Barr did this year. I don't. But I feel like the receivers are due for an upgrade. When did the Thielen get a card all year? He had a Mutt Heroes card, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's it. Give Diggs a card. Let's give Diggs a good card. I'm pretty sure Diggs had a Team of the Week or something. I think so. Let's give Diggs a card. Now, again, I'm not going in and investing based on these guesses because they are just guesses. They really, really are just guesses. I don't know what's coming, right? I don't know. Hopefully they make really good decisions on the players. Hopefully they're very desirable. Because, it's a great thing for theme teams, but for me, when I think of a promo like this, it's not always the most exciting promo. There's a lot of content to start and then basically like nothing else. So we're going to get trickles of other content throughout the playoffs, leading up to the Super Bowl. Maybe they'll do something with the Pro Bowl. Team of the Year is coming. So I'm not overly concerned. We're obviously going to get like 12 95s and Masters. And it sounds like a lot. That sounds like more content than we got in Zero Chill. But normally, they're not always the most exciting players or cards. They're just not. So hopefully EA just has a good plan in mind. And if they do, and it's really desirable content, cards we all want to add to our teams, it's going to be great. But it's going to be a very short-lived thing where you're going to really go in the first day, maybe the second day, and attack it, right? They will probably drop special limiteds for playoffs as well. They've done that pretty much every year in the past. I know last year they were a little underwhelming. There was a really good Jalen Ramsey last year, so kudos to that. There was a good Vernon Davis. And then there was like a Kawan Short, and sometimes they do like a Trey Flowers and stuff. Like, just, we want the names we want, but we also want the card to be really good on the back, right? I don't care what the name is on the front, but at the end of the day, if I could flip that card over and be like, damn, this is a really good card, I'm going to want it. And a lot of times you look at those cards and sometimes they're not. That Nick Bosa Ghost, He's just kind of, you look at it, you're like, eh, he'd be good on the theme team. I don't want cars that I have to say, well, he looks good on a theme team. I want cars that say, he'd look good on my team. Right? Either way, I meant to record gameplay. I tried last night. Servers, I don't know if it was just me, were super buggy. The input lag was ridiculous. So I was like, I'm not recording on this. So we'll try today. We'll hit you guys up with gameplay. I'm out. Peace.